it down and sorry it's fiddle. So hi, I'm Grace. And
Hi, Grace.
and I've decided that I want to get baptised today because I want to fully acknowledge and accept God's promise in my life. I didn't grow up in a Christian household, and I believe that my worth was only based upon how others perceived me and how well I could do academically. I felt as though I had some impossibly high standards that I was supposed to live up to, and I couldn't meet them, and I was too scared to ask anybody for help or guidance. I just felt like I was letting everyone around me down, and I began to feel really burnt out. Then, when I was 16, the first lockdown happened and my GCSEs were completely cancelled. Life felt as though it was on pause, and I began to question the choices I'd previously made. I'd always been one for asking big questions, and I knew I had a Bible at home, so I decided that I had nothing better to do than to read it. I tried to do it in chronological order, but that didn't work. So I downloaded the Bible app and started one of their plans to read it in a year. As I read, I came across Psalm 46:1, God is our refuge and strength and ever-present help in the struggle, and it was one of the first verses that really spoke to me. It made me realise that I wasn't just reading a book or a piece of history, but a promise from a God that I knew very little of. Someone who knew that I'd struggled without me even having to say anything and had been there all along. I just hadn't seen it. The next day I started reading John's Gospel and began to learn about Jesus and the price he paid. My journey made me realise that the reason I'd struggled with life before was because I hadn't been living at all. Through the Bible and beginning a relationship with God in lockdown, I felt as though I had finally begun to live. When I came out of lockdown, I started a new school. I started helping with the youth at Emmanuel and learned so much more about faith through the amazing youth team and the youth themselves. Now at 18, I've finally discovered a way of living that doesn't rely on what others think of me, but a way of living that leans on Jesus, where I'm no longer walking alone, but promises that I never have, nor will I ever do that. The God who's there in the highs, just as he is in the lows. This is the promise I believe God offers, and it's the one I want to accept.